Hey, I don't know how this happened. We have not recorded these videos. We have not recorded anything from God of War in months. And as I sit here, I realize I could re-record these, but I'm not going to. Um, Somehow, there's just no gameplay footage. There's gameplay audio, there's chat audio, and there's commentary audio, but there's no gameplay audio. If you happen to watch this, just know this is effectively a podcast. The I guess there just might have been something that went wrong with my editor when it was rendering the videos. I really don't know, and the raw footage is gone. It's been gone for months. I mean, months. We finished this game in January, I think, and it is the end of April. So it's the end of April when I'm noticing it, the 23rd to be to be exact, and yeah. So if you don't want to watch this, you've been given about a 2-minute heads up, and shoot, I hate it for you, but mistakes happen, and ain't no point in dwelling on the past. The more important video toward the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken, where it all ends, that got recorded normally. So come back in like a week and a half if you care. Thank you. I have it in me. I don't have it in me to care. So my microphone was switched the entire last episode until the very end. This is why some people have like engineers that keep their eyes on stuff to make sure things are working the way they're supposed to. Because I'm playing the game on a 55-inch TV that I am less than 4 feet away from. I'm not looking at the laptop. I check to make sure everything's running like it's supposed to before I start recording, usually only for the first episode. And with that being the case, like, why would I assume anything fucks up? But Elgato's not that great. I am very, like, most of us use Elgato because it's like the cheaper option. But
Ready yourself.
anyway,
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Oh boy.
golly, it's always something. Yeah, y'all saw me throw that axe at the ground.
On your left.
Down!
That motherfucker turned into goddamn.
Incoming fire up above!
But you know what? I'm gonna say this shit again because I like that. It's a thought I've had for quite a while. I don't remember if it was last episode or the episode before that where I with the whole Aaron thing, where if me and that man was to sit down for like 20 minutes and like just sit down for 20 minutes, I think by the end of it I would have drained him of all of that chaotic energy that he probably uses to get by on a regular basis. And before it was like, when he got done with me, like, I think I'd make it. I think he'd kill himself, which is something I don't need to say, but it's been something in my head, and it's not. I don't consider it what you want to call this shit, like hubris or anything like that. Like, and I'm not saying that I would want that, but I feel like me and him definitely. Like, that's the difference between a lot of white people and most black people is we as black people have a tendency to need to be like real with each other, with ourselves and each other. And I feel like I bring a level of realness. I would bring a level of realness to that dude that he wouldn't be ready for, because he doesn't. I don't think he lives in that world. Hell, I don't think you live in that world. Like most white people in my experience don't live in a world of like being held accountable for your shit. Because like I said, like of all my friends, I think all of us have been like hypocritical at some point, except for your bro, who's like, in my opinion, the least likely to ever be critical. Because as much as we joke about hating ourselves, I think your bro doesn't like anybody, but doesn't like himself either. So again, like the whole that plus the black thing forces him to think 3 or 4 times about his actions and in whatever he does. Like when we were recording, like, what was it, last week, and homeboy was able to be like, yeah, I was answering the phone at my job in an accent and shit like that. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. He's not at all concerned. But if you were to tell him that you did the same thing, he wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Like, we had a whole conversation about the trans thing, and he has a firm belief system in place, and I respect it. I don't think he's wrong in his in what he believes. I just think that he doesn't necessarily understand how to put this. I think people who are afraid to have their own opinion or verbalize their own opinion can't manage hearing somebody who has a different opinion. Like when they did Under the Covers, when Ninja Sex Party did Under the Covers, and they wanted to do a video for Rock With You. They wanted to do a video for Michael Jackson's Rock With You, but the whole Surviving Neverland thing had just come out, and like because of that, they chose not to make a video because they were afraid of like the backlash of being quote unquote like a sympathizer, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's fucking stupid. Like I understand, like if you're like as a woman, if you're like, you listen to R. Kelly, it's like, of course I do. If you heard that motherfucker sing, Kelly be making some bangers, but he's an abuser. Okay, like I didn't say I paid for his music. I just said I like the shit. Like, and like not to mention like I'm a fan of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Anthony Kiedis has, for what it's worth, he doesn't have a strong grasp on age gaps. So he has like been in he's been in strong relationships. Strong meaning like he fell in love with her, with women who were like several years younger than him. And fucking what's his name? Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler used to do the same shit. He used to date women who were way younger than him. And I'm not making a judgment call on that or nothing like that. But what I am saying is that no one's safe. And I feel like that's like everybody understands at this point. Not I feel, but everybody understands that that's the problem with cancel culture. Is it's the idea that usually the person who is like judging is like, yeah, I've never done anything wrong ever in my life, ever. It's like, that's not fucking true. Like, you know that's not fucking true. But that's the way it comes off. And I know they would be like, well, I never said I never messed up. It's like, yeah, but if that's not that's just how it gets the fuck off me. That's how it always comes off, as if you're perfect and they should live up to your standard of, you know, morality or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna talk my throat dry.
Nicely done.
Wait, I failed? How did I fail? What did I do wrong? Oh, defeat all
You
the
didn't
enemies.
keep your butt clenched the entire.
Defeat the enemies within the time limit.
This won't take long.
My bad.
Alpha.
I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just hitting the people with the stuff. Got it there. I didn't know who I was aiming at. I really didn't.
Watch out!
Behind you, Kratos!
How you doing out there? How y'all doing out there? Who is
I'm
y'all?
trying not to.
Who is y'all? Is there a y'all? I would imagine there really ain't.
Behind you, brother!
How's up? On your guard, Kratos!
Arrows, brother! Arrows!
So yeah, there's just no. Okay.
Oh, with that being said, also apparently there's going to be a God of War show.
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
I'm saying that because, well, it got his audio. We don't need to bring it up again. So, yeah, it got his audio. It didn't get my audio.
I mean, mind you, they've shown an official teaser and stuff where like Calliope turns to ashes in Kratos' arms and
That ain't
becomes a
what
part of
happened.
his skin. It's not.
I would like to clarify before we go on. I don't care about canon. I don't care about like a true representation, but I will say that like in video games are very different from comics in the sense that what happens is usually already on screen and all you got to do is just recreate the scene. But at the same time, much like with comic books, if all they did was go around recreating what you've already seen,
What's the point of making it?
yeah. Ring of Fire, stay within the ring. This is just reusing the last one. I'm guessing it's the same thing, but the fucking ring.
Behind you, Kratos!
Okay. I guess it would make more sense to.
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Oh boy. So I've gotten the king down to like his last 3 health bars, and that's the best I've done so far.
Hi. Thank you.
Also, I plan to get the extra version of PlayStation Plus, and as far as I know, that should mean that you get the same benefits as I do, which means you'll have a catalog of games as long as they're available to download from. I don't know what's all on that
Fuck
catalog.
my armpit. I forgot to hit the button. I forgot I had the phone. It's cool. Well, PlayStation ain't gonna like that you're saying that out loud. That you're openly stating you're gonna defraud them of monies. Not like we haven't been doing it already.
I mean, oh, we both pay for this game.
No, we didn't. He's playing my God of
Nah,
War. I made him buy his own the first time around.
you did. Which it would have been the same case this time if the other option was available.
Well, it wasn't that the other option wasn't available. It's just that there wasn't anything worth it. It just wasn't worth it. Not to mention, like, I wasn't 100% sure how much of this I was gonna like. Ow.
Given how the last one went.
Yeah. I gotta get rid of this fucking Wolverine.
Which, I mean, overall, I still will argue this game is better than the last one, but not by a lot. Especially not the mechanics. Like, I'll say that, like, gear has more versatility a little bit. But other than that, like, on the harder difficulties, it doesn't really matter.
I will say that I like that the UI and everything is a little bit cleaner. I really wish they had I still wish they had like altered the way the wolvers die. That'd have been cool.
Yeah, their lower jaws being, you know, repositioned to their crotch. That's not fun.
It's just emotionally, it's hard to watch every time. And if it wasn't,
I mean, you can't argue with the results, though. I mean, it gets the job done.
yeah, it's super duper gets the job done.
Behind you, brother!
Yeah, I see you. Get the fuck out of here.
Parry and fight, brother!
Raggedy some bitch. Fuck off, man.
I don't know why I'm assuming this is gonna happen, but I'll try.
So, I have 4 out of the 6 completed. I don't know what the other ones are. Damn. So I have two of these left to do, and that will like finish that off. So god damn, my hand itches. So until next time, just check your microphones, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that your recording software is recording all the things that you needed to record. Get out.